Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined once again by Penn Sauter. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. So, I got to ask you, I know things have changed since the last time we talked, and I know more races have been added, and I know you're getting ready for the icebreaker just in a couple of weeks. So, what has it been like knowing that you're going to be getting back in the car here pretty soon?
Yeah, obviously it's stressful. Haven't been in a car since October, but yeah, we added about I think 10 more races since the last time me and you talked. I got 22 races. We're running the full tour. Got a couple red, white, and blue races on there. One more ASA race, so should be an interesting year.
Yeah. So, run it. What made you decide that maybe this was the year to maybe run the full Midwest tour and stuff like that? Because it's there's some tough competitors up there.
Yeah. Obviously me and Dad had just talked and just thinking, we only had like 11 races at first and some pretty big gaps. And like, he didn't want me to be out of the seat for 4 weeks and just go right back at it. So I think that was the main thing is just keep getting seat time.
Yeah. So I know that you got a lot of things planned this year, like going into because here's the thing though, the Midwest tour races are all across and they're kind of spread out throughout the year. Plus, I know you've got some red, white, and blue, Live for Five. I don't know if you're doing any Tundra stuff. But what have you got planned in terms of that and just some of the tracks that you may have not been to that maybe your dad has been to? What is where out of the all the new places that you're going to go that you haven't raced at, where's the place that you're most excited to go to?
I would say probably I'm really still looking forward to Toledo. I know that we had talked about that last time, and I'm really looking forward to that one because my dad has been there 20 or so years. But otherwise, it's just it's gonna be interesting going up to Norway. I'll go. Those are places that I've never even been, or well, I've been to or witnessed, but I've never raced on. So those will be interesting. I'll rely on my dad for some of those and to see where it takes us from there.
Yeah. Um, so I know that the Icebreaker is coming up. That is, I believe, your first race. I mean, I know the Live for Five, and everyone knows how special that track is to your family, Adele's. What's it going to be like knowing that this is, I believe, your first Icebreaker? What's it going to mean to run this race and try to get the youngest become the youngest Icebreaker winner? Because of course, Ty Fredrickson did that last year, and now you could have a chance to do it this year.
Oh yeah, obviously it's just there's gonna be a lot of nerves going in knowing that's my first ever super late race. I think like the main thing there is to just log laps and just get to know the car a little bit better. I mean, it's a brand new car we're taking out. It's gonna be the first week. But obviously this race means a lot. Like my dad has won it before, I believe, and it's gonna be interesting. It's the longest race I've ever ran. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of saw this last year, with going and jumping into these big super late races, and I obviously got to see it last year with Ty. But what's it going to be like for you adjusting to being in the car for a really long time? Because this is, I believe, this is the longest race you've ever raced in up until this time.
Um, I mean, it's going to be, yeah, different. You're right. I mean, the longest race I've ever ran was a 68 lapper up at the Dells. So, I mean, just even another 30 laps is a big difference. And then it's a new car. So, it's just going to be a lot of different things. I mean, I've been trying to work out as much as I can this winter, just get in shape for that. I mean, be ready on the physical side of things. And then it's just going to be about mental toughness. It's like, oh, it's a lot different than just a 35 lap sprint at the Dells Saturday night. I think the main thing is just remain calm and take what you.
Yeah. So, running the full Midwest tour, you got a lot of tough competitors, and I mean, from watching it last year, and seeing almost all the races, those races get really competitive out there. And what is it going to be like for you to experience a lot of places that maybe you haven't been to, and just to get the full feel of running for a full championship?
Yeah, it's gonna be, I would say, to be on the safe side, entertaining at the least. But no, it's just, I guess, I'm lucky enough to have my dad who's ran at all these places before, just to rely on him. I mean, it might not have been recently, but he can at least give me some insight on what he's done at that track or whatever. But yeah, like you said, there's a good field of cars that are going to run the full tour. So, I mean, it's just going to be executing week in and week out. Just consistency is that I think is what is key.
And I think also that what some people may not be overlooking is going to be the rookie battle this year in Midwest Tour. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not. It's never good to assume anything, but rookie of the year, of course you got Cody King, Bryce
yeah,
Miller, some of the names that are going for rookie of the year. That battle alone is going to be tough. But what's it going to be like going up against those guys? Because I know you and Cody know each other pretty well too.
yeah. Me and Cody know each other really well. I say the main thing that stands out to me looking at that is I've never raced against any of those guys, and I know like Cody had a really good run on Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Bryce ran really good Oktoberfest, so they have some super late seat time. So I'm just going to be running the icebreaker before the Joe Shear, the first Midwest Tour race is going to be time to get some seat time before I hop right into the Midwest Tour. With that being our second race, we're going to have to be ready going into the Joe Shear weekend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to running with Cody and Bryce this year.
Yeah. And of course, you got all the, of course, you got, Majeski and Ty Fredrickson. Of course, you got Max Kaler, Levon Vandergeest, Gabe Summers. List goes on and on.
Yeah.
Should be a very, very good battle for the Midwest Tour. I know also racing is not the only thing you do. On top of going to school and being an everyday kid, you also play hockey too.
Yep.
How's that
Yeah,
been?
I play hockey in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Uh, I mean, it just kind of fits into my racing kind of thing that I do. It's a winter sport. I've played it since I was 6 years old now, so I've done it for a while, and I love the sport. Yeah, it's fun to me.
Yeah. And just the biggest thing is like, managing throughout the year, going through hockey season. What's the position you play? Defenseman, forward, goalie? Where you at?
I actually play center, so forward. Yeah,
Yeah. What was that? Have you always been that?
yeah. I've always been a center since I
Okay.
started.
Yeah. So, does hockey and racing transition well? I know hockey and golf transition very well, but
Yeah.
is it kind of like just having those two things in there? Does it just bode well for you on the racetrack and stuff?
Oh yeah, obviously, hockey just ended 3 weeks ago or so. So that gives me like a month before the first race to just I have that time off to spend more time in the shop because it's get down to crunch time now. Um, and hockey tryouts are like the weekend of Oktoberfest, so I always miss those, but it just kind of fits in well because after you're done with your last race, I don't want to sit around all winter, but
Yeah. So, first couple races, you got Dells, Madison, and then some other, I know some more Alive for Five stuff coming up. Jefferson's, going to be coming up Memorial Day week around that time. Of course, maybe some races at Golden Sands as well. What are the goals these first few months of the season for you, Penn?
I'd say the main goal is to just like you said earlier with the tour, it's like 11 or 10 races or whatever it is. So just gonna try to be consistent with those. Because I'd rather spend the week working on the setup than fixing the car. That's the main thing for me. Um, and just learn the car, like I said earlier. Just new adventure. And I try to get used to
Yeah. All right. Well, Penn, thanks so much for the time as always, and we will talk to you soon, bud.
Yeah, thank you.